Well, today I'm going to talk about the essay that came in for exams on yesterday, that is 9/1/2021 in Kerala, and this was the test of IELTS general and academic as well. This was a question that came up, and let me just explain you how does it work out and how should you be doing this sort of question. First of all, the question was this: more people are spending their free time watching movies. What is the reason for this? Is it a good or bad thing? Explain your answers with examples from your own knowledge or experience. That's what the question was. So, from this perspective, first of all, let's go in with the planning. So, as far as the planning of this essay is concerned, the first thing that you should understand is this format is problem solution format, where there are two questions asked: what is the reason? That is a problem, and your opinion, is it a good or bad thing? That's kind of a solution format that you should be looking at. So I'll call this as a problem solution essay, but definitely you can also write it in agree disagree format as well. As I always say, agree disagree is a versatile format that anyone could follow for any essay, but you should be that good in writing it. So the best bet is to follow the so-called format of problem solution, which will give you better marks. That's what I will always reckon. Well, continuing with this, what are the subjects, what are the topics that you should be writing? Always keep in mind your subjects, your topics are very, very important. You should give reasons why people spend time on gadgets, instead of books. You should start from that, because that is the root cause. Then explain about the easy access of internet that is quite easily available these days, and then talk about a result, how people get addicted towards such kind of movies and all, and then talk about an example how people, what happens with this kind of thing, in the yesterday is what used to happen and today what people do. That could be a good way of giving an example as well. Well, this was the basic planning of second paragraph that I was discussing. Now let us go into the third paragraph. When it comes to third paragraph, say your opinion. That's very, very important. Your opinion should be about, saying that the so-called watching so-called trend is not good for the mankind. That's what you should be saying. Then tell about the adverse effects from your perspective. What could be that? And give personal experience experience or observation. How what that could be the right example. For instance, I have explained how movies affect the youngsters' life. When they try to portray their the so-called characters on the reel and they follow them, they end up losing their lives as well. They lose their career. All those things I've mentioned in the essay. So this is the right method of putting this essay into action. Well, when it comes to conclusion, it's always about saying your opinion on the whole, saying in general about what you have said, and just concluding it up. That also I'll be showing you in this essay. Well, let's start with this question. As you know, in this kind of formats, the first paragraph will only have two sentences, that's paraphrasing and outline. So let me say that first of all, what I will try to do is paraphrasing in this way. It is a trend these days to spend valuable time watching movies on different channels or even over the top platform, that is OTT platform these days, everyone are aware of it, as they find it more interesting to see stories or fiction characters on reel. Then the next sentence that comes up like this: the following article will discuss about the reason for such a drift and explain about my opinion about the same with examples. Right now, this could be the right paragraph. Let's continue with the second paragraph, where I'm going to talk about the problem. And here I'll be having state the problem, I'll be explaining the problem, I'll be also saying the result of the problem, then an example. Watch it now. At the onset, lack of reading habits and easy availability of internet on the gadgets could be attributed as a reason. Again, the first paragraph is done. Yes, first sentence of this paragraph is done. Next one, detailing 52% access of the population access internet 24/7 and find watching movies to be their best time killing activity, right? So this becomes your explanation. Then as a result, more and more people invest their valuable time in front of the reels where they find their heroes perform. So their real heroes perform. That's what they do, and people think that that is something that is so very important for them to see and observe them. Then comes my example. Let's look at the example. For example, in my childhood, again a personal touch out there, the access to TV or theaters were limited and we used to carry books as a way to kill our free time. But today mobiles have taken over and people indulge with cinemas, online or multiplex to rejuvenate themselves. So this becomes an ideal example as well. So the four sentences in one paragraph. That's what I was trying to explain you here. And now we'll be going to the third paragraph, which will talk about your opinion. Well, let me continue with this. The third paragraph, how do we go about it? From my perspective, this craze is a waste of time, though it helps in development to an extent. To elaborate, these movies influence people and they are more often misled by the characters and end up waiting for that day to come in their real life, as it happened with their real hero. So, this is one of the root cause of people losing their focus in life. And again, the last sentence, which is for example, for instance, Mumbai, my home city, is known as Bollywood, and people come and try their luck in real life, lose their way just because of overexposure to cinema and the real heroes. That's exactly what happens. Well, let me go to the last paragraph of this essay. To conclude, people should watch movies as a mode of relaxation or learning certain things, but should not waste their valuable time in front of the screen. That's what I'm saying. So this essay we conclude here. Well, now let me give you my take on accessing on the so-called assessment of this essay. How does it work out? All those things I'll be giving you now.